Hello, this is Delegate Aird.
Delegate Price.
And we are at the Virginia General Assembly during the Reconvened Session at recess.
Yes.
So we're just coming to give you a quick update. As you know, the Reconvened Session is constitutionally mandated, and it's the period of time where the legislators come back to Richmond and we take votes on all of the bills that have been either amended by the governor or vetoed, and we also take action on any budget changes that the governor has made since we were last in session.
Absolutely, and so all 140 of us are here in Richmond, and we have thus far already sustained 18 of the amendments that have come down that make good legislation even better. And so that has been a busy morning thus far, and we still have a little bit to go, but wanted to highlight some of the things that we have voted on thus far.
Yeah, so certainly right now we have made our way through the first block. But, of course, I'm super excited because I've mentioned this in the past, but I've had House Bill 2664, which has to do with ensuring that all Virginians are entitled to pay stubs. We did have a technical amendment to that bill, but now it has made its way through final passage.
So on July 1st, what will happen? What will happen,
If you
Delegate
haven't,
Aird?
for some reason, already been receiving a pay stub, you absolutely will be having the law on your side to ensure that you do. As you know, Delegate Price and I have also been strong advocates for maternal mortality.
Or the review team for maternal mortality.
Oh, yeah, wait. No, I'm not advocating for...
It's okay. They know. They know our heart. They know where we are.
Okay, and so there was legislation this session to ensure that the maternal mortality review team that has been in existence already in Virginia...
Since the 80s, right?
Absolutely, is actually formally codified. And so today's amendment that we voted on simply allowed for the midwives, Virginia Midwives Alliance.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast. It was added to the review team as well to ensure that they are part of that process.
And shout out to all of the midwives and doulas in Virginia that are helping women get the care that they need, and people who are pregnant get the care that they need for successful pregnancies, so that we can really make sure that the babies and the mothers are healthy.
And I think probably one of the longest debated bills that we just took a look at had to do with a major transportation package dealing with I-81, which is towards the more western portion of the state. But the benefit of that transportation package is also positive for the I-95 corridor and the Interstate 64 corridor.
So we got $28 million for an additional segment to be funded. So if you go back and forth to Richmond like I do, or even if you travel locally on 64, you know how beautiful and smooth and wonderful that 3-lane extension is, expansion on 64. Well, we have an additional segment that is now going to be funded with that $28 million. And so that's my area. And then in your area...
And our area was not forgotten. Even as part of that major transportation package, the I-95 corridor will also see $39.2 million in funding. So there are portions of I-95, as you all know, that is significantly congested. You can be assured that there's some funding that will be going towards those projects as well.
And so those are things that we passed, but we do want to uplift something that we voted against and were able to defeat. And that was a few bills that came up that would actually, even though it seemed innocuous, they would potentially undermine all of the hard work that we've done with the ACA and having a strong marketplace with options for affordable health care. Now, we know the ACA is not perfect, but these bills would have actually taken healthy people out of the exchange, making it more expensive for those of us that need the coverage. And so we did defeat those amendments, which mean now that they could go back to the governor, and hopefully the governor will veto so that we can keep a strong ACA and continue to manage those costs for health care. Because I know people in the 95th district care about about that.
And absolutely in the 63rd. So this is just the first part of our Reconvened session. We will be returning at 2:35 to continue to look at the changes that the governor has made to the budget. So please send us your questions, and please let us know if there's any information you need. And just thanks for tuning in to Aired in Christ during
Yes, Recess. And check both of our Twitter and Facebook pages for a link where you can watch live.
Bye.
Bye.